Hi and welcome to this Garden Gnome software screencast. This screencast is going to look at Pano2VR version 5's skin editor and some of the new tools. And the way I'm going to show you this is I'm going to make a thumbnail slider. Right, so the first thing I need to show you then is this tool, Add Node Image. So if I select that and click in the canvas, you see it adds a little image there with a question mark because it doesn't know what to show. So if I go down to Node Image in the properties, I can choose one of the input images. Here we go. So for argument's sake, there's East Court and there's the little thumbnail of it. I could then change the projection of it so we could have a mirror ball. Yeah, we can do lots of things. We can select a different view. So there's lots we can do there. However, I don't want to do any of those. So let's change that back to rectangular. And I don't want to, and I want to clear this because what I want the node image to do is to show all the nodes of the tour. But before we do that, I need to give it a hand cursor when I roll over that image, and I also need it to have an action of mouse click, open next panorama. I want to use the hotspot URL and the target view of the hotspot. Okay, so what I'd like to do now, obviously, what would be handy if I could clone this so it represents all the images of my tour. Well, just so happens that I have this tool, Draw Cloner. So if I draw a cloner around it and let go, you can see that's exactly what it's done. If I look at or click on live preview, we'll now see that I've got all of my thumbnails for all of the nodes of the tour. It's done it automatically. If I had, I don't know, 100 input images, I'd have 100 thumbnails. Simple as that. Okay, but one thing I do want to mention before we move on is the cloner has this active node scroll to view. Now that's selected by default, and basically if I did have multiple nodes, this makes sure that the active node is always in the view of the scroller. Okay, right, so next then, well, I don't really want 7 thumbnails going across the screen. I need to put them into a scroll area, and this is what this one does. We can draw a scroll area around them. So I'm going to do that, and I'll leave a little bit of space at the bottom because what I want to have there is a slider. Now the thing with a scroll area is its internal dimensions are often larger than the external ones, and that's what we've got here. We can adjust this. So we've got the inner size, mine's set to auto, and if we double click in the scroller, you can see that the canvas now represents the inside area of the scroller. Now if we go down to its properties, you can see it's set to auto, so it's the size of the thumbnail. But if I deselect auto, I can then manually set the size of the scrollable area, or indeed if I put a large picture in there, or say a large map, then clicking auto, it would then hug around the area of the map. I'm going to leave the scroll bars set to auto, but we can turn them off or show them. Okay, so let's go back to the skin canvas and look at the live preview, and you can see now that there it is. We've got the scroller and we've got the thumbnails, and indeed when I hover over them I get this hand cursor. But I don't want to stop there. What I want to do now though is position the thing in percentages from the from the left side. I want to go 5%, and from the top I want to go 5%, and then for the actual width of the scroll area, I'm going to set that again to percentages, and I'm going to give that 90%. And the idea of this, if I now open up the live preview, you'll see this, it actually fills the width of whatever window I have. So let's, if I click and hold the live preview, if we look at iPhone in portrait and click on that, you'll see we've got the live preview of the iPhone. And if I resize this by pressing and holding and go the iPhone landscape, and then there's the slider doing that. Basically, with using percentages, it makes it responsive and it's scalable. There you go. Right, okay. The other thing I want to do now is I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to make a button to show and hide it. So I'm going to use the rectangle tool, drag a little rectangle in the lower right hand corner. I'm going to anchor it lower right hand side. I'm going to give it the hand cursor. I'm going to give it a radius of 999. And I need to give it an action, and the action is going to be mouse click, visibility, and we're going to toggle visibility, and I'm going to toggle the scroll area 1. Click OK. Again, I can test this with my live preview, and we can hide and show it, so that all works. So all I need to do now is close the skin and save it, produce the output, And let's have a look. So if I click this, you'll see there is the panorama. There is my scroller. If I make it larger than the scroll or the thumbnails, you see the auto hide and show of the scroller. That's it. And what we're going to do now is go to an area. So let's go to let's go to this one, and you can see as I click on that node, if I click on the surveyor's room, this is outside of or I can't see the thumbnail, but when I click on it, the thumbnail slider automatically moves to show it. There you go. That's how to make a thumbnail slider, and that's an introduction to some of the new tools in the skin. Thanks for watching.